Welcome back to this evening's Sad Reality. It's what, like a little past 2 or whatever. I am sick. And you know what's nice about being sick? It takes your mind off of other worse things sometimes. I have no idea what I'm gonna do for this. It's kind of funny. I told myself that the entire point of like this channel is like to find new things, and then I feel like unironically I ended up finding old things that I liked more than new things. So third video in a row of Skyblock. Give it up for that, I guess. Um, I'm tired. I called off of work today because I have some sort of sickness. Last night my stomach was not feeling great, and then I woke up this morning on like 12 or 13 hours of sleep after telling the boss, I'm like, hey, I just don't feel good. I realized I didn't want to do another 9 or 10 hour shifts today after working 10 hours yesterday when I was feeling sick. And I actually didn't like, usually it'll be like, you're calling off late, whatever. But I'm just glad it wasn't anything that was complained about, if that makes sense, I guess. I don't know. It just this is the second time I've ever called off work in over 2 years I have worked. My second ever sick day, if you can believe that. I know the pigmen get mad here if we steal all their redstone. So that's exactly what I plan to do. It's funny that when I started playing this again, I was like, oh yeah, the pigmen are like different. Like I'm one of those, I'm not really gonna say OG Minecraft players, but I mean, it feels like I might have been, because however long ago, there were like different textures and stuff. But that's me being reminiscent, or whatever you want to call it. They're unhappy for stealing their orbs. Look out. Yesterday was slow. It was not one of those days that I look back on. I'm like, wow, it was good. I had a coworker did something really cool though. He sold his first, or not his first credit card, but like he doesn't really get that many uh commission sales, other stuff, but I think he tries the hardest by far. Um, I got to go up to him yesterday, and I was like, "Hey, congratulations on doing this," you know. And I guess technically having manager status, I was also able to compensate him a little bit. Here's your extra $10. Do enjoy, I guess. I don't know. I was excited for him, but yesterday literally couldn't have gone slower for me. I feel like I didn't really do much, and sure, my metrics were still literally 3 times higher than anyone else's, except raw transactions. Raw transactions, that was down, because I did not feel like doing anything. So again, my stomach was like, uh, roller coaster tycoon simulator. That's the way I would describe it. Up and down. So was my mood. Um, but hey, you know what? That beats some of the other things I have going on. Why are you recording? I don't know why it just does this. I guess not. I'm hitting any other buttons, I think. Unless there's something on my keyboard that's messed up, which I'm pretty sure there has been for a while. And that's another reason I need to replace this laptop or just get a real computer. And pray to God it doesn't get taken away or other heinous things happen, you know. Because, I used to say for a while that, like, the whole American dream is dead. And I still kind of believe that purely by, why are you recording? Do not stop. Like, what button is triggering this? This used to not be a thing in Lunar Client, and now it is, and I'm like, I can't figure out what the point of it is. But, I used to say the American dream was dead, and that's because it used to be you could do anything you wanted, and if you put your, like, actual hardest work into it, you would eventually make it, you know? And I don't think that's entirely true. I think you have to be smart about it. There has to be some path, some direction, some guidance to that whole statement. But it used to be that way. And nowadays, I feel like it's not the case, nor may it ever be the case again. Not because we may not be good enough, but perhaps it's because there are other forces at play trying to stop you or slow you down. I mean, I feel like maybe I'm crazy, but when I was younger, I don't remember there being as many lawsuits over like dumb things. And nowadays, it's like, oh, if someone steps on your toe, lawsuit, lawsuit, you know, like. And I'm not just talking about within like the crazy legal stuff I've seen in my life, but even just like nowadays, you want to putting Nintendo videos on your channel, things that like should be totally fine with the whole Point Crow Breath of the Wild stuff. Oh, the Figment is beating me to death. Um, like you kind of see it all over where it just seems like every day it's more of a struggle than yesterday was, and I don't think it used to be that way. It used to be like, oh hey, you're going to start this and it's going to be a struggle to start, but then in the end there'll be some reward for it. But that reward, that payoff, that whatever, it's just no longer there. And that's the thing. Like I want to keep doing the things that I do and make things happen and stuff too. But I've always felt like that payoff has been diminishing and diminishing. For example, one of the reasons I don't really host events on Discord anymore is because, well, people just like they'll be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll be there, I'll make this thing, and then they don't show up, and I'm like, well, where were you? And they're like, I forgot, I guess, or other things. Stop! Why are you doing this? What button is triggering this, please? Oh my gosh. Is it like Uncle argues with his keyboard controls for 10 minutes, the video, and complains about society or something. That to do with me hitting shift? Is that what it is? I can't like I don't know what it is. Cause like it's not happening now that I'm thinking about it, but I don't know like is it I assume it's multiple buttons that trigger it as well. In the way that I like kind of try to speed around sometimes probably isn't helping. Learn which keys those are. But yeah, the reason it's been a while since I've done other stuff is because, well, there's no payoff. Like, try it, and then it doesn't really work out, and then we quit. And this channel, I feel like, is kind of the same way, too, where eventually, like, if there's nothing to do here, if nobody cares, then it's going to die in, it's March, June, and it's recording again, I guess. I mean, I know R is my run key. R, record, Shift R. Shift R. There we are. Okay. That's a problem. I need to turn that off in the settings. Well, at least I figured it out. Until then, I will be that guy that double taps W, I guess. I know a lot of people also use left control for sprint, but that's not really been my thing. Anyways, this channel probably won't be around after June, just because, like, again, there's no point in doing things, then why put work where there doesn't need to be work put, if that makes sense. I think that just means, like, hey, go do another project, go start something else. I know what people are saying, it's like, oh, hey, well, you know, you gotta get more time than just a year. Well, I mean, yes and no. I feel like I've seen infinitely more success, like, in my own workplace in less than a year. And people naturally find out pretty quickly what they're good at and what they're not good at, but, I don't know. The payoff seems to have changed from what it once used to have been, so. Thanks for watching tonight's Sad Reality as I get senselessly beaten to death by Pigman. I'm still a little sick, hope it wasn't super nasally. I actually had my mic positioned half decently today, so the only things you'll probably hear is probably the mouse cord slamming into it, because my desk has -3 units of space. And by units, I mean Kelvin and Celsius, because what other units would I mean? Thanks for watching. I'll be around tonight probably, trying to get that schedule kind of back together. And I'll see you in tonight's Sad Reality.